Oh no! My microphone! It's broken! Or at least it might be, but I hope not. In case it's not, hi, welcome tonight to ARC. Doing realistic here tonight. Reaper and Top Gotcha, as you can see on top, are in Red Bull. Are they? That sentence did not make any sense. Because I got distracted by Mario in the Discord. So let me quickly respond and then we'll start the actual stream. Because Mario... I mean, you can't ignore Mario. So, announcements for R1. So, the car list for tonight: Ghost and Puffy, Haast, Gaza, and Mario in Alpha Tauri. Steve in the Alpine. Runner and Taylor in McLaren. Andrews and Sarah in Alfa Romeo. Hoff and Ken in the Mercedes. Reaper and Top Gotcha, as I already said, in the Red Bull. And we have Jon Snow in the Ferrari. And if there are any new drivers, I didn't quickly check that because I was reading this stuff out. But if there are any new guys, they'll be either in the Aston Martin or in the Williams. And the championship leader, of course, who is still somehow Ghost Rider. He has really excelled this season so far. He is once again forced to retire in the pit lane and start in last place. The rest of the guys, as a quick reminder, don't go onto the track until Ghost Rider has retired, because that will make sure that you will end up in front of him instead of behind him. Also, an announcement: the cost cap that we had has been removed to give the drivers a little bit more freedom to race and battle for the remainder of the season. So that's all the maintenance stuff out of the way. There we go. We've had a leadership change over the last week, with Jon Snow stepping down and Reaper and Steve replacing him. We can only hope that all goes well. And yeah, Ghost Rider taking his long time. There he goes. He is retired, and the first people are out onto the track. First out is Mario with number 69. Good evening, Sarah. Hello, Taylor. Good to see you in the chat. Behind we have Liam. Who's this? Is this... this must be Sarah. Yeah, it is. Let's go back to the person who was out in first, which was Mario. Now, I've been asked to give everyone a bit of a cycle through for the driver of the day graphics. So let's quickly hide my EU. Oh, we see a nice little spin there from Syrah. There he is. Hopefully no one there. I think we're all good. On to Mario we go, who is about to start his lap around the Hungaroring. Pretty neat first few corners. Now coming up to the very fast left-hander with a nice helmet, by the way. Then it will get hit by a spring coming into there. And don't want to touch that grey inside either, because that's basically an auto spring curve. Now through the tightest corners in the track, it takes a pretty nice line, Mario, and it's looking to be very decent so far. Now into the right hander, and sector 3 opens underneath the bridge. Final few corners before heading onto the main straight. First we have a left hander here, and then a final right hander. It's a pretty tricky pit entry. Don't want to go too fast and hit that wall. But Mario kicks us off with a 19.7. And Reaper immediately beats that with a 17.3. A runner behind that with an 18.4. Sarah behind them with a 17.5. So here you go again, Steve McQueen. Here's your cycle through of Reaper. He gets the next corner as well. There you go. Now we'll go into Sarah. There we go. And now we will go to Taylor, who has put his McLaren up in P3 and isn't going fast, so we'll go back to Taylor in a little. Here we have Mr. Gaza, best teammate in the world. He's going around the corners pretty neatly. On the mediums actually. So he put that car in P4 on the mediums. So that's very quick. He'll definitely be a challenger for pole position. And then we go on to Andrews. Has just started the lap, I think, or just finished one. He is up next for our little showcase. And then we have one of the personal favorites. It's the Hofmeister. Unfortunately, he's in a very ugly Mercedes. I hope they have side pods next season, because this doesn't look good at all. He is just starting his lap now, so we'll stay with him for a little bit, as he is proudly carrying the Manchester United team sponsored Team Viewer on the side pod of his car. The big Swede. And the big Swede is currently being overshadowed a little bit by Jon Snow, who has put his Ferrari 6 tenths ahead of everyone else and is currently in P1 in the Ferrari. Oh, and Hoff spins. I really wish I had a vintage nickname for the Hofmeister, but I don't, but that's funny. My man is on warm tires. Anyway, on to John, who will give a little bit of screen time for Mr. Steve. For the driver of the day graphics. This is a lovely camera angle. Right, now we are on to who didn't we have just yet. I think we didn't have runner. Because runner was in the pit lane. So onto runner we go. Yeah. And the game blocks us, so hopefully that was enough for you, Mr. McQueen. Who else didn't we have here? Oh, Hoff's around again. Well, let's go for the man himself, Mr. McQueen. Ka-chow, as he rounds the first corner with DRS open once again into the second one, which is a kinda tricky corner to get right. Don't want to lock up or anything. Now on to the quick left-hander and the tricky right-hander. It's a very tricky track. You can really make a difference in what wing levels you're using, because you could go a little bit lower and actually make overtakes, or you could be a little bit higher, be rapid through the corners, but be screwed down the straight. So it all depends on what you want to do. What you want to do when they come for you. Taylor I think we already had as well, but he has just gone 4 tenths up on his lap. And is now out of the way. We need an Andrews lap. That's what we need. So is anyone coming out of the pit lane? There is a big train with a Reaper and the 2 Mercs. This is a very annoying angle to sit at. That's better. Right. Taylor is 13 seconds down, so he's on an in lap. We have Can on the lap. Can make a very Can-like impact on the session. We shall see. His lap, he starts right now coming across the line. And going into turn 1, there is a Alpha Tauri on the side of the road. And can now, with a very tight line there, and is 1/10 up on his time, which will be looking to, well, he'll be looking to get into the 1 minute 20s at least. Very wide there though. Bit too late on the turn in, but now seems alright. But not a good start to qualifying for the Mercedes driver so far. 8/10 up he is now. And we are still going around the penultimate corner and around the final corner to finish the lap. Can will put in a 1 minute 21.8, whereas Hoff, his teammate, has put it up to P8 with a 1:18.8. So he manages to put his way higher up the field. Puffy still in pit lane. So let's go with the Reaper then. Can Reaper maybe... Actually, let's go with Gaza, because he is on the softs now and he is 7/10 up. No, actually he's not. He is 500s up. So maybe a little mistake somewhere or traffic, because there is a Mercedes in front and he's not out of the way just yet. Yeah, this will hold up Gaza massively and he will not be happy. And spins round into the wall. Bit of front wing gone. But not a wheel, luckily. It got massively held up by that Scan, who is on an in-lap. Now Mr. Steve coming through the second sector. And is a whopping no 10s up, because he didn't set the lap time yet. But it's looking good so far. I'd say he will be in the 1 minute 18s. And it looks like I was correct. 1 minute 18.9 will put him in P10. P8 to P10 is basically within a 10th. And Mr. Liam has just finished his lap. He has gone a little bit quicker, as Runner has retired in the pits. He is done with his quali session at the moment. Puffy still in as well. Ken has invalidated his lap. Reaper is out. Taylor is out. Hoff is out and Andrews has also retired in the pit lane. Ah, that sucks. Unfortunate, mate. Gaza has retired. Says he doesn't have time to set another lap, which is true. So hopefully he'll stay up the field. As we have Hoff, I think. No, that was McQueen. McQueen jumped up into P7 as an 8/10 improvement. But now we're looking at Taylor. Taylor, who is 800s up in the first sector. It will not be enough to get him a new position. Gaza, is that still your lap time on the mediums? Because if it is, that's insane. As qualifying has finished, Jon Snow currently on pole so far. Serra could not get any closer than a 17-1, so it's an amazing lap from Jon so far. Taylor, only one who can really challenge it, except maybe Reaper. And Taylor comes across the line for a 17-2, puts himself into P3, but it's not enough. Now we need Reaper to pull out a lot of time. And he is only 6 thousandths up. So that won't even be enough for P3. Round the penultimate corner and now into the final corner. And across the line, Reaper will put in a 17-1. Almost onto the front row. But at least gets P2. Steve is on an in-lap. So only one who can really improve is Hoff. Is around the final corner and will put in a 14-5, but does not improve his position. And that was qualifying already done. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes for the race. Don't go anywhere. Or if you're watching on YouTube in rewind, skip ahead. And we will be returning with some content pretty soon. Well, if I can actually manage to find the managed stream shit, so I can turn off my mic. There we go. Bye. And we're back. Right. So it looks a bit dark, but there won't be any rain. Here we have all the start tires. It's pretty mixed. John on mediums, Sarah on hards, Reaper on mediums, Taylor on hards, Gaza on hards, Top Gotcha on mediums, McQueen on mediums, Runner on hards, Hoff on soft, Andrews on soft, Mario on hard, Puffy on medium, Ken on medium, and Ghost Rider also on the medium. And that's how it's looking. Also with a grid rundown heading into the race. Shouldn't be too far out at the moment. I've already had someone ask, can we start? I think we'll have to wait because Hoff is doing hideous stuff to Old Man Slippers at the moment. Sarah's tires are cooling down. He has a glitch. Well, better warm up those tires extra much. Little bit more heat. Reaper saying let's go, so we're going. We like ice tires. Tokyo Drift. I want to see everyone do their best Tokyo Drift impression in turn 1. Sarah said deal. Where's Sarah? He's in P2. Oh, doom, 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 I'll take it. It was a little drift. Let's quickly put everything on that should be on, which is that. Not, which is that. Which is position change, which is that off. And there we go. Now we can wait for the actual race to commence, as we are waiting for everyone to line up on the grid on the formation lap. Let's actually do a quick cycle. So this will be John on board, I think. There's John, there is Sarah behind. Then we have Reaper. And then we have, let's see if I can remember this correctly, Taylor. Then we have Gaza. And we have, I think, Puffy. Then Steve. Then Runner. And Hoff. And Andrews. Then I don't know, that's as far as I can go. Mario, Puffy, Ken, and Ghost Rider. So, Top Gotcha's in the Red Bull. So I had that one wrong, but it doesn't really matter because we're lining up at the moment. John, good. Sarah, good. Reaper, bad. Gaza, bad. Taylor, could be better. Gotcha, could be better. A lot of them could be better, but that doesn't matter. 3, 4, 5 lights, and away we go for the Hungarian Grand Prix. And it's a very good start from Jon Snow there, as we see a little bit of almost 4 wide there. Maybe a Mercedes heading into the back of everyone. No, everyone seems to be through turn 1 cleanly, as we now head into turn 2 with Jon Snow still in front. And 3 wide and a bit of contact there with the Mercedes, and the Mercedes is round. That's Hoff into the wall with a bit of contact there with the Alpha Tauri. And oh no! Jon Snow is round. Jon Snow's binned it. There's a 5-second penalty for collision with Gaza. And Gaza is not dropping down at the moment. Actually, he's still in P5. Everyone moved up a place except for Reaper, Jon Snow, Hoff and Andrews. Rest of them all have a positive start. And Ghost Rider actually trying to send it around the outside of Runner, but Runner is a very good defender. He knows how to keep his position, and he'll definitely try and hold back Ghost Rider. As now we go on to the intervals. Gaza will be looking to get a bit higher than P5 because he needs to overtake Ghost Rider finally. Speaking of, he is side by side with Runner and is now, I think, passed. Yes, he is. Runner actually lost another. Oh no, wait, it was the Alpha Tauri I was looking at, who actually got a bit wide there. But Ghost Rider already up into P8 after starting last. And it doesn't look like Gaza has a lot of damage because he has a little bit of a gap, but not too much. Look at Ghost Rider, he just sent it down the inside, I think. No, he didn't. Now he's passed though. Wow! Big move, Mario didn't expect it, and Ghost Rider's out. Big crash. A lot of people involved. Ghost Rider out, Puffy with damage, Runner with damage. And the first safety car of the day is in function. Mario did not really expect a move there down the inside. And Ghost Rider, yeah, he is unfortunately a victim of an action. McQueen is into the pit lane. He is switching from his softs probably to a medium strategy. Andrew, a lot of guys in actually. McQueen, Hards, Andrews. Can't see it just yet. He's all the way back. It's gonna be softs for Runner, mediums for Hoff, mediums for Puffy, who has a stop go. Just not doing anything basically. And Andrews went on to the mediums as well. And if John's smart, he pitted under that safety car, he would have lost, well, 1 position, maybe 2, but he would have gotten rid of his time penalty. But he decides to keep it. But he will have to eventually pit and get that removed, and I think unfortunately that also means that he can't really put a ticket in for that to get a time penalty removed. But we'll see. As we now have Serra leading the way in the Alfa Romeo, with Taylor chasing close behind in the McLaren. Let's go to the guys that are actually running a little bit quick at the moment. Runner and Puffy. Runner on the softs, though this won't last long. So I'm intrigued to see what he's gonna do, as Jon Snow is now actually headed into the pit lane. This will actually put him in last now. But at least he'll have his penalty gone. Oh, Runner is also back in, so won't be last. Pretty smart from Runner, because Runner can maybe make it to the end on hards. If you put hearts on it, is, you can't even see at the moment. Yeah. So maybe Runner can make it to the end on one set of tires once again. 2 weeks in a row. If he does, he's officially the tire saving god. I have been informed the whole race will be a dry one, so although there are a little bit of clouds forming over the track, there won't be any droplets falling from them. So now we wait for Runner to catch back up. Maybe safety car in this lap. I think it might be, although it'll be very late. And so won't have an opportunity to pull a gap, but it is in this lap. The Runner has arrived, and Serra can now dictate the pace. When does he go? When does he go? Hasn't gone. Is he gonna wait to the start line? Probably smart. Taylor is showing him he's there. And Serra has gone. Are they using the DRS but staying ahead so far? There we can see Gaza. And Reaper side by side. Gaza jumps ahead for now. Meanwhile, teammate Mario was in a little bit of a battle with Ken. Still is. You can see it right behind there. And Mario stays just ahead for now. Steve already all over the back of Ken as well. Look at that tight little pack. And the Runner passed Puffy. Puffy had a spin this time, and Puffy has lost the front wing. Anyone here have damage? Don't think so. Let's go to the leader of this train, or the front of this train, which has dropped a little bit, which is Can, who is being chased by the Queen, and actually Jon Snow trying to make a move there on Andrew. Side by side they go. Now into the penultimate corner. And Jon Snow around the outside, turns to the inside and he's through. Jon Snow takes P10, will now get a better exit than one of the Mercs there. Maybe even a double overtake as he passes one. Not on the straight, very high wings for Jon. Ooh, bit of a wobble on exit as well, but a bigger one for Ken, and Ken has conceded his place. Jon Snow up to P9 now. Andrew is actually around the outside on exit, we just saw in the top of our screen. And he is also passed into P10. You can just see how much Jon is gaining, how much quicker that car is. How much quicker he is. Already right on the back of Hoff. He is running higher wings, so it will be difficult for him to get through the people in front of him. Serra has pulled a 1.5 second gap to the guys behind. Will Jon send it once again? He doesn't. Can has had a spin. He is into the ball and has also lost his front wing. With the fastest lap. There goes Jon in the double slipstream. Past one into turn one, maybe. Yes, out breaks Hoff and is passed, but not fully just yet. Still side by side the two. And now has finally taken P8. And has now set his sights on the rear end of Steve McQueen's car. once he's past McQueen and Mario, he'll have a nice little bit of clean air in front of him to maybe get the fastest lap of the race. Then got overtaken by Puffy on pit exit. And the yellow flag that stopped Gotcha, and also Mario just ahead of Jon Snow and McQueen. Did very well for the two to avoid Mario there. And Top Gotcha being disqualified for going the wrong way. That's harsh. But there he goes. Top Gotcha is gone, and the same will be said for McQueen into turn 1, because Jon Snow is passed up into P5 and now has a 5-second gap in front with clear air. The guys ahead all battling and in each other's dirty air. So we have Hoff also behind McQueen trying to make a move. Not able to do so. It's basically depleted all of his ERS already. He has a 40% advantage. As a matter of fact, Hoff has the lowest battery percentage, and Reaper, as we go on to him, gets a penalty. He still has that 100% load of ERS. 50% advantage over Gaza, but doesn't need to use anything if he can stay with the guys ahead. Just needs to stay ahead of them. Fastest lap for Gaza. And Reaper just staying in the DRS. There goes Jon Snow. And there comes Hoff. Sends it down the inside. Man who's very good on the brakes, Hoff, and apparently also in the acceleration zones, because he is past McQueen before turn 2. Gaza falling out of DRS a little bit. He's being hunted down by Reaper. He's feeling the pressure as we have Jon Snow with another spin. He's right in the middle of the track. It was very close, but luckily everyone managed to avoid him. And it's not going well for Jon. He has a fast car, but for the second time in 2 weeks, he is really struggling with the rear end grip. And is now back down to P10 and now has a humongous task ahead of him. And meanwhile, the top 4 still casually battling away. It's a waiting game as Jon's round again. And this time he's lost his front wing and there's a safety car. Safety car is out. And this could help Hoff and Mario if they decide to pit. Oh, what's happened to Hoff? Hoff had a spin in the middle of the corner. No longer Hofmeister, it's Spinmeister now. This will be ideal for the guys who are on softs. This is definitely not ideal for the man coming into the pit lane right now, Jon Snow. His race has just gone from bad to worse. He's put on the soft compound tires and a fresh front wing. And is now ready to attack again. Ferrari did have a good track record on here in real life either, so I'm not surprised that the Ferrari is struggling around here as well. Do we see anyone from the front back pit? We do! Sarah is in. Taylor is as well. Actually, the whole front four. So probably hearts for Gaza and Reaper, and mediums 2 times for Taylor and Liam. There we go, hearts, mediums. Actually, there's one man who has decided to stay out and is now in P1 on track. Actually, 3 guys staying out. P1 McQueen, P2 Andrews, P3 Runner, P4 we have Sierra, P5 Taylor, P6 Gaza. Reaper has been ruined by his pit stop. He's down to P9. He was just behind Gaza. Now there's 2 cars between them, which are Mario and Hof. And then we have a 53-second gap to... well, actually it's not 53. There we go. 29, 28, 28-second gap from Reaper to Puffy. So this safety car will be out for, I think, another 2 laps. Big Steve low on fuel. They're all low on fuel. Let's head. Oh, what is Hof doing? Actually, I think Mario, or I think Hof just overtook Mario and just slowed down again to let him back past. Reaper maybe could have. Well, let's hope I don't fall asleep, shall we? That'll be pretty awkward. John again into the pit lane. I think this will be pit stop number 4. This is on to the mediums this time. And John once again in P last. Safety car probably in this lap. So if you're not warming your tires just yet, no, probably got a thing to start doing so. As McQueen will be the one to lead us away today for the second safety car restart. John has caught up just before this line. So safety car in this lap. And it's now all down to McQueen, who's actually taking a pretty fast approach. Where does he go? He goes just before the corner, and that has caught Andrews napping a little bit. Who was wide awake though was Sierra, who was looking for the move on the runner, and behind there's Taylor as well, looking for the move on Sierra for the provisional lead of the race. And now they're 3 wide heading into turn 2. It's Sierra who ends up ahead. And Taylor is now side by side with Gaza, who is taking a cheeky look down the inside. Where Taylor ends up in front, and Taylor will be frustrated with the runner that he's not passed yet. This is costing him time. Mario with a penalty. Jon Snow is past Khan. Taylor Taylor closes up so much on the braking on the runner, actually sends it here. The runner doesn't like to let go of his position and defends pretty well. Yeah, Taylor just has way more grip on those tires, and actually Gaza decides to send it as well, and the runner just loses 2 positions in the span of one little straight, 1 second maybe even. A great move by Gaza, keeping with Taylor. Then we have Liam, who is getting a toe of his teammate, and Andrews was for certainly let him past. And Andrews has to play the team game now and really hold up the guys behind. As Jon Snow is past Puffy. That Andrews can help Sarah win this race. If we actually have Reaper in the background making an overtake. And John as well. Ooh, wow, Taylor closed up so much and actually had contact. And Reaper around in the background, side by side with Taylor and Gaza though. Gaza around the outside, turns to the inside for this corner. This really helps Andrews and is really helping his teammate now. Gaza tries to get the switch back on Taylor but doesn't really work out. DRS is now enabled. They have the same amount of ERS. Can into the pit lane. Reaper stays out. 1.8 seconds between Andrews and his teammate. Taylor looking to go for it once again. Andrews with a slow exit and Taylor around the outside. What a move. Taylor now passed and now Sarah really has to get a move on. Gaza has already minced Andrews as well, which is exactly what he needs to do. And now McQueen can really feel the pressure from behind. As he has 3 raging hard tire runners behind him. Yeah, you thought I was gonna say something different, didn't you? Here we go. Can McQueen defend this? Yes, is the wrong answer. Because Sarah is straight past and is into the lead with a 1.5 second gap to Taylor. We're very close. Here goes Hoff. He's trying to make a move down the inside of Puffy, but no one really able to make a move through that section of the track. So far, McQueen staying well with Mr. Syrah as we're following them through the S's. And Syrah certainly looks like he has a gap at the moment. Reaper has another penalty. Naughty, naughty. 1.5 seconds for Syrah. McQueen now has Taylor behind. Taylor with DRS. Taylor with ERS. Taylor with straight line speed is past and makes the corner well. McQueen tries the switchback but not executed to perfection, and that means he will be in P3. Now has Gaza behind. Jon Snow has already made his way up back to P6. The redemption drive going well. Now McQueen trying to hold on to that podium position. Mario with another penalty as well. Two drivers at the moment who can't keep it between the track limits too well, probably struggling with their setup quite a lot. Jon Snow is now already right on the back of Andrews. Maybe even makes a move before the DRS straight. He's trying to, and he is passed. As Mario has made a little mistake, had a bit of a wobble, and has now lost a position to Puffy. And back to Gaza, who is now in a position to overtake Jon Snow with the fastest lap. And Gaza with DRS and ERS closing up rapidly on McQueen. Sends it down the inside, and a very clean move by Gaza as he is through into the podium positions. And now we'll see. Oh, Gaza apparently not too happy with McQueen. But there was nothing wrong there. At least not in my eyes. See anyone with a quick surprise. Yeah, there is a bit of a quick surprise. Because Taylor is rapidly catching Serra in P1. So we will shortly see a battle for the lead commence once more. McQueen's still in DRS range as well, and look who's there. It's Jon Snow. Our own personal John Wick. As Reaper is into the lane. Does he have damage? Reaper, do you have damage? Damage, do you have Reaper? No, he doesn't. He puts on the soft compound of tires and is now trying to undercut everyone in front of him. And he could. He won't make it to the end, however. 16 laps to go. Jon Snow all over the back of McQueen. I have seen John make moves here before, but it won't be as easy as he made it look with McQueen. Because he's one of the best defenders in the league. However, John will try everything in his power to get past. Trying to actually send it around the outside. You can see his car is a bit wiggly. He manages to do it. What a amazing move from Jon Snow as he puts his Ferrari into P4. To Taylor we go, who is very close to be within the DRS range of Liam. .1 seconds still the gap. He has no ERS left. Look at John. John is already on the back of the next guy. He is absolutely flying. Gaza can probably afford it to let this position go for now and try and stay with John. And John can see that Gaza has no ERS and goes down the inside. Almost a bit of contact. John blocks the switchback. Gaza still around the outside now, gets the better exit and still has a wing there, but has to concede the place, and Jon Snow is through. And now within half a lap he'll be, oh no, wait, Taylor's binned it, and we have our third safety car of the night. Taylor's binned it into the wall, coming out of the Massa injury corner. Taylor has ruined his chances of winning this race, and Jon Snow is now into P2. Ken has made his way to the pit lane, and this is ideal for the guys on mediums, as they can go into another set of mediums right now. Don't know how old the tires are. 10 laps for Liam, 9 for John, 18 for McQueen. John stays out. Can John stretch it? Probably everyone else behind him, except Mario, will pit. Everyone else behind is pulled into the pit lane. I think John might not have any tires left. Get, I think, 5 or 6 sets for yeah, he has some tires left, I think. Let's look at the race director, shall we? He's used both his mediums that are fresh. He still has some softs, so that's the only option he really has. The rest of them behind all on fresh or semi-fresh tires. Puffy onto the used. Mario has already pitted, and Ken onto the used hards. So an interesting strategy. John thinks he had the pace advantage by so much he can maybe pull out half a pit stop in 5 laps, 6 laps, and then get onto the softs to the end. But he could stretch it. It will be a long way, but he could. I wonder what his tire percentage would be right now. John getting really held up by the safety car, driven by Bernd today, because Reaper is racing. And when Reaper is racing, Bernd Mylander takes back over for him. 12 to go. Safety car might be in this lap, but probably stay out for another lap. Although you never know, we've seen weirder things. But I think Cam is just too late. Yeah, he is. So safety car. Oh, safety car is in this lap. That's a very late call. So yeah, when does John go? Oh, he's been taken out. Mario thought he had an amazing restart, but he didn't. Or I think that's Mario. Yeah, it was. No, it wasn't. Mario thought he had an amazing restart. Gaza thought he had an amazing restart, but John hadn't gone yet, and that's John race over. And probably Gaza's as well. So watch out, everyone behind Gaza has wing damage. And now the whole race has been flipped upside down once again. Oh, Reaper with a penalty. Gaza cutting the corner. Collisions, chaos, everything's kicking off. And John is in the track, or in the chat, saying, I am mad, and I couldn't put it in any better words to probably describe your feelings, because I'd be mad as heck if that happened to me. Such a shame how that ended. Big miscommunication, and that's the risk of going late. And yeah, you can't really blame John for that, but yeah, people just shouldn't go side by side on exits of the safety car corner, I think. But yeah, it's happened now. It's been a lap, 10 laps to go. Everyone can make it to the end except Reaper. Why did people go? Because the two safety cars before, people went in that corner, and I think they expected it to go there the third time, but you didn't. And yeah, people just go then because they expected, but it didn't happen. And yeah, that's just unfortunate. But there are rules, and yeah. I mean, I'm sure we'll get a ticket from you, Reaper. He was into the pit lane already. So does he have damage? Or is he just listening in and hearing, hey, you can't make it yet, now he's pitting. And he's already taking that 5-second penalty off. And there he goes, on his merry way. Serra now with a big lead over McQueen, who has a big gap over Runner, who has a big gap over Mario, who has Hoff close behind. And Hoff now has 9 laps to make a move on Mario, and has a few corners to not disappoint me and stay within the DRS range. And if you lose DRS, I will leak to the whole world what your Discord name is. Oh, definitely no. There goes Hoff round Mario with a contact tap. And Reaper who decided to start up his lawn mowing service again. Apparently he really likes donuts as well. Don't have to showboat for us, mate. We know you can drive well. Don't spin it again here. He didn't. Very wiggly on the rear end though. All of the dirt on the car. Yeah. Well, I mean, Hof did lose DRS, but it wasn't really a fair way, so I won't leak his Discord name. Andrew's now in the DRS range of Puffy. He has 3 laps of a tire advantage. So will he be able to get past? Oh, we see another chaotic moment. You never know. DRS is open. And he is barely gaining on the straight. Actually, Puffy is a little bit pulling away. Very close between them in the braking zone. Now coming into turn 2. Andrews gained around 2/10. Is now once again chasing through the corners, looking to maybe catch Murphy, lapping a little bit. As no, Sarah is gone now. Sarah has lost it, and now Sarah is in P3. Steve is leading the race. A runner once again in a great position. Sarah is round again. Mario to the podium, Puffy P4, Andrews P5. What is going on? Everyone has just decided to go round and round. And now Sarah has lost the lead. And now Runner can maybe make it 2 in a row. McQueen can maybe get a win. Reaper is struggling once again. This is some unbelievable scenes. And I have no clue who will come out on top. Although at the moment it's looking pretty likely that it will be Reaper. Can you stop the spin for 1 minute and just let me talk about the race, please? Oh, he's done it again. Go, safe. Oh, he's around again. Poor, I'm actually starting to feel a little bit sad for him now. Although I'm sure the people of Hungary will gladly accept the lawn mowing service and the gravel rearrangement service, as he is now trying to casually beach the car. Decided to not give up, but still mowing the lawns. Another 10-second penalty. Ladies and gentlemen, the best lawnmower ARC has, and he spins round again. Oh, man. Could you imagine getting bullied by this guy? Would never be me after today. Into the pit lane he goes. Don't run into that wall. He's now a full lap behind and has now retired from the session. Probably has damage. Don't think he cares that much anymore. Puffy at the moment in prime position to get a P3 in the house. Steve really running away with this one. Gap now up to 7 seconds. As Liam is past Andrews and is now leading the charge for Alfa Romeo, trying to get onto the podium. Let's look at the positions gained, because at the moment I genuinely do not know who deserves driver of the day. Actually I do, because everyone has gained a lot of positions. So at the moment I think it will be going to the winner, or at least the one in provisional P1. Oh no, we've had another spin. Mario round. Gaza with the fastest lap. And now Sira is in prime position for another podium. Puffy tried to play it smart, but Sira, unfortunately for him, is also smart and decided not to go for the move and just keep the DRS. But is not making the move. Puffy very quick on the straights. And yeah, Sira not able to force his way through just yet. Ooh, side by side into the fast left-hander. Surely not. None of them back out. And Sira did it around the outside. What a move to seal the podium. Yes, I wanted to swear there, but I didn't. Don't blame me. Now, Sira has already pulled a gap to Puffy. Will his teammate get Puffy as well? Just looking likely. Especially since Puffy is using his ERS through a corner. Four attempts between them now. A runner managing the gap between him and McQueen, but he's not really gaining anymore than he was doing. And the only real close battle on track is between Andrews and Puffy. But will we see even more drama? Gap still very close. And Andrews has to manage. Will probably make that move on the final lap if he makes it. Speaking of final lap, there's one man almost on it, and this is McQueen, who has almost finished sector 2. Sector 1. And is looking for a victory. I don't know if this will be his first. If anyone could inform in the chat, that would be nice. Actually, I can already see in the standings it's not his first, but it will be his second win this season. And this might actually put him into the championship lead. Because he'll gain 23. But will he gain 12 on Gaza? I think he might. He just might get into the lead of the championship with this result. He's now on to the final lap. Probably the final opportunity for Andrews to make a move. And actually Gaza is all over the back of Ken. He's really caught up a lot over the last few laps. And Ken actually went wide and Gaza through. So let's give this man a victory lap then. He's really done well. He's kept his nose clean. He's executed his strategy to the absolute limit. And is now heading into the final sector for a second victory in the season and a potential championship lead, as Gaza is round, so probably even closer to a championship lead. Round the final corner, McQueen goes and wins the ARC Hungarian Grand Prix. Runner also keeps his hot streak going and finishes in P2. Serra with a great comeback eventually finds his way in P3 and finishes the podium. Puffy holds off Andrews for the final few bits. 3/10 finally separate them two. Hoff, the driver behind them, with a little bit of a wiggle, ends up in P6. Mario will head over the line in P7. Then we have Ken in the final Mercedes, who will come across the line in P8 but will not finish in P8 because of his penalty. It will be Gaza who rounds us off. Serra says just took too much curb through the chicane, and yeah, that ruins the balance, that ruins everything. And yeah, that's a win gone, which is unfortunate. He'll still end up on the podium. P1 was cursed indeed. The only man that wasn't cursed in P1 is this one. It is ARC McQueen who takes the second win of the season. And driver of the day today will be Hoff, because he said he'll give me money. Wasn't I supposed to say that? Driver of the day, Hoff for tonight. Actually, let's call it special driver of the day. Special driver of the day, Hoff. Real driver of the day is Mr. Steve McQueen. And there we go. Let's quickly check out the race director for incidents, just in case anyone wants them. And this is also the moment where I will be thanking you all for watching, listening and subscribing to ARC, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on YouTube in the replay. We really appreciate you all watching this, and taking the time to support. We'll be back this Saturday for the top tier 1 around Hungary, and next week we will be racing at, let's quickly check, Brazil, which is not the sprint race just yet, but a very nice race nonetheless. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Goodbye.